So we're here at the start line for the Iron Man Timberman 70.3. Zero preparation of any kind. Never swam like this, never biked like this, and never ran like this. We got these, I didn't even want a swim cap.
No idea what we're doing. Zero.
No clue. Do you even wear earplugs? Is this a thing?
I can't hear anything you're saying.
What? Who knows? This is either going to be the greatest moment of our lives or the worst idea ever. Stay tuned. This is a picture of Ryan and I deciding to sign up for a triathlon less than 40 hours before it started. Sometimes in life, you have to do something so crazy, it almost feels like it can't be done. But that's the only way to see what you're capable of. And recently, we found out that there was a triathlon, an Iron Man 70.3, that was being hosted in our home city of Laconia, New Hampshire. So I woke up one morning with this interesting idea in my head.
I walk into the office, and the very first thing that Justin says to me is, I think we should sign up for the triathlon. And that was the moment that I took a moment of silence for myself, because I knew once those words left his mouth, we were definitely doing the triathlon.
For those of you who are not familiar with the programming of a triathlon, let me share with you what you have to do. A triathlon is a race consisting of long-distance swimming, cycling, and running. And in this case, we would be doing the Iron Man Timberman 70.3, which means we have to race a total of 70.3 miles between 3 events. First, we'd swim 1.2 miles, then bike 56 miles, and finish with a half marathon, 13.1 miles.
None of which we have any training for whatsoever.
In order to pull off a feat like this, it requires years of training. Some people spend their entire adult lives dedicating to this discipline. Swimming, biking, running, health coaches, preparation, what kind of bike, what kind of shoes, what do you eat, and how much prep time do Ryan and I have? 40 hours.
What are you doing? This is not gonna be good. I didn't even know there were shoes for biking. These are the biking shoes that I'm going to be wearing. I don't know if they fit. I've never worn a biking shoe. Didn't know they existed, to be honest. What's that? Is this 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be tight, probably.
Oh, it's supposed to be real tight. This is like way beyond tight.
It's supposed to be loosen up.
Well, it's loose. It's completely.
Well, you have socks on first.
But
You don't bike with socks on.
56 miles in this. You don't?
You don't bike with socks on.
Compression socks, right?
You run. You go barefoot.
Bare feet, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that changes something. I don't know. I'm confused.
And then these are your clips. I don't know if they're specific to size, but they put them in your bag.
These are my clips.
You have to screw them on the bottoms. Yeah.
These are very complex to put on, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know.
This will take us a little while to figure out. This whole thing, man, is guesswork. This ends in 17 days of hospitalization.
So I'm thinking, low survival rate for this. I have to say, across the board, I have no idea what I'm doing.
I've only ridden a road bike one time in my entire life.
I've never seen a street bike up this close. I've never obviously ridden one.
And here I am, like 16 hours before I do an absolutely insane thing, which is an Ironman.
I didn't know you needed special shoes for them. I don't know how to put the clips on these shoes. I don't know how to clip in to the bike.
We got this bike, Goodale's Bike Shop here in New Hampshire lent us these bikes. They're not cheap.
My chain is off. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. I haven't changed the chain since I was like 6. I don't know what gear I need to be in to get this thing back on the gear. I think you have to shift. I think you have to shift.
Your right hand is going to go to your harder gear.
Your right hand makes
Yeah.
things harder. Left hand makes it easier.
This is a brake.
No, right here, the shifter. It's safe to say that we're feeling really prepared at this point. Did they adjust these heights on the bike already?
They did, but they didn't.
Oh no.
This isn't good.
Are you holding on to right here?
No.
So I gotta figure out the seat height first of
We
all.
don't know until you ride.
Ah, you got one. That's confusing. Someone's gonna be scraping me off the road with a spatula.
Dude, I don't know how you clip into this second one. I can't clip it in.
We're doomed.
I still had so many unanswered questions in my head.
We should have a towel, right? What? When we get out of the water, dry ourselves off with a towel.
What do you eat?
When do we eat?
Does the swim cap go over your ears?
What does a swim cap even do?
How long can I hold on to one of those kayaks before I'm disqualified?
Can I wear floaties during the swim?
How do you run a half marathon after biking 56 miles?
If I have to go to the bathroom, like, do I change my own diaper after? Does the staff do it?
Needless to say, we are not ready.
I'm so unprepared. Makes you appreciate all these triathletes, though. There's so much that goes into this, and probably more than 12 hours of preparation, I would imagine.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm just drinking whatever.
Oh, hold on.
Vampire blood.
Oh, is this from like Whole Foods?
I got it from Hannaford's.
This does nothing. This does nothing.
I don't know. I'm just drinking stuff.
The scary part is that you're actually watching, like, all of our preparation happen in real time. That was it.
We spent a full hour, 60 minutes preparing in the driveway. We're good to go. Now we go drop our bikes and equipment off at the start-finish line, go home, fuel up, get some rest, and get ready for hell. Our alarms went off at 4 a.m. We barely got any sleep. We threw our equipment into a bag, and now we're gonna set off to a journey of absolutely painful, dreading, emotional, chaotic, who knows what, but I like it. Coming up after the break, we push our bodies to the absolute limit to see if we have what it takes to complete a triathlon. Well, today is the day. Ryan and I have signed ourselves up for a triathlon with no preparation. In just minutes, we'll be entering the water with hundreds of other athletes to begin a long day of physical challenges that will test our willpower like never before. We don't swim, we've never ridden road bikes, and we don't run long distances. In fact, true story, the Iron Man staff called my cell phone the day before the triathlon to try to get us not to do it in fear that, well, we would drown. That's how dangerous this is.
My skin was crawling. I was the most nervous I have ever been. Felt completely unprepared. But the only way to truly test your capabilities as a human being is to do something completely nuts. So, here we are.
Swimming is one thing. Swimming with hundreds of people around you, pulling you underwater, swimming over you, water going up your nose, into your mouth, is a whole nother level.
But the swim in particular was my biggest fear because I don't know how to swim properly, and I literally have never spent more than a few minutes at a time swimming.
Having no experience in open water swimming was something that was concerning to me, but I had a strategy. I knew that if I could just survive, that was my strategy. Okay, let's be real. I had no idea what I was doing. Hundreds of people pulling me underwater, survive. This stroke wasn't gonna work. It was gonna be the backstroke.
Now, we don't have any actual footage of when we get to the difficult part of the swim, but I'd be happy to paint you a picture. I spent about 90% of that time on my back doing the backstroke, while the staff on the kayaks repeatedly yelled my name and told me that I was going the wrong way.
At one point, I lost Ryan completely.
I realistically would say I probably drifted off course about 25 times. If you reached out to one of the kayak people right now in this moment, they would probably remember me by first name.
Every time I saw a kayak, I started to go, no, I can do it. I know I could do it.
1.2 miles of swimming is a very, very long way when you're only doing the doggy paddle and the backstroke, okay? Now the good thing is that I learned that my wetsuit is buoyant enough to keep me alive when I lay on my back. So that alone is a win.
I remember laying back, looking up, and seeing the gray skies and seeing my goggles, just little pellets of water, and just thinking to myself, I'm doing something I have never done before, and in that moment, I felt alive.
During the last few minutes of the swim, my shoulders were no bueno.
And as I approached the finish line of the swim, I could see the water getting more shallow with every stroke.
So the moment that I could finally stand up was so beautiful.
I had never swam an hour before, but I survived the swim.
The one part of the day that I thought might kill me was done. Yes.
I lost Ryan somewhere. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, take your wetsuit off.
Yes, hurry.
The best part of this entire process is having the support of your friends and your family there. Getting out of the water, just feeling like I'd done something special for myself, and seeing my kids, that it's a feeling I will never forget.
It looks so fun.
How far has Justin?
4 minutes.
About 5 minutes ahead of you.
I saw him taking off at some point. I was like, you go do your thing.
He thought you were in front of him.
So, from my understanding, in the world of triathlons, the transitions are the important part.
It's never a good sign when you're the last bike left.
Well, this tells you how unprepared we were.
I shaved my legs. That should get me through this whole process. You know you're so when you have time to talk to people.
I didn't know what I should eat. I didn't know what I should bring on the bike with me. I didn't know where the starting line was.
Oh, down there.
Oh, sorry.
First timer.
First on everything.
But most importantly, I still didn't even know how to get clipped into the bike. I bet you I wasted 2 minutes trying to clip into these friggin' pedals. But lucky for me, I had all my snacks in my backpack ready to go.
Never ridden a bike before.
Easy.
Seriously.
You got it.
All right, you got it. All right.
He's going down.
Yeah, and then I hit the wall. Man down.
We got a pro athlete coming through. I immediately started losing my food packets before I even stepped onto the bike, so that was helpful. Now just give me 10 minutes or so to clip into the bike and we'll be good to go.
Coming up after the break.
I got myself lost.
Couldn't find him anywhere.
This is the true test right here.
Couple good things. I'm alive. I finished the swim. I've never swam before. Couple bad things. I lost all my food and my energy packets. They fell out of my outfit in the very beginning, so I haven't had anything to eat. That one banana was the only thing. And I also got lost.
Which is really awful because there goes my chances of finishing in first place.
The first 5 miles, easy. About mile 10, stuff started falling out of my pockets. I had to go back and get it.
My legs were like rocks on the bike, but honestly, I was just pumped to be moving fast at this point because that swim felt like a very bad dream.
I felt like I was flying. I had wings.
Look at me just blazing by that checkpoint at a blistering 0 miles per hour.
Around mile 30, my legs started to cramp really bad. And at the triathlon store the day before, the guy that worked there gave me this little cup of a drink, some weird magic potion. He said, if your legs ever cramp, son, you put this thing down. So I frantically was reaching in my back as my legs were just one big piece of cement. And I guzzled that big test tube of God knows what. And my legs came back to life for like 2 miles.
The first 35 miles of the bike ride weren't too bad.
Feeling pretty good. My legs feel like cinder blocks, but I'll make it. Let's go.
Like the terrain was pretty even. I was able to get into a pretty solid groove.
But the last 20 miles, what on God's green earth happened?
Absolute nightmare.
Immediately, straight up, back down, straight up, back down.
Just hills after hills after more hills after molehills after more hills, okay? You ever seen that film, The Hills Have Hills? Because there was hills.
The last few miles were actually downhill. As you came back into town to get ready for the transition, this energy comes over you that this bike ride, this 3.5-hour bike ride is gonna be over. And as I came in for that final turn on the bike, I could hear the bells ringing, I could see my kids jumping up and down, and that was the biggest shot of caffeine and electrolytes you could ever ask for.
Now one time, I get passed by any human being on that side.
Woo!
My legs were on another planet by the end of this 56-mile bike ride. But I'm proud of myself because I probably passed at least 50 athletes.
I must have passed 75 riders.
I never got passed once. And that's pretty good for a dude who's in a band and has no experience as a triathlete.
Although our bodies are already destroyed from the swim and the treacherous 56-mile bike ride, we're still here and we're still fighting. Our amazing family and friends are here cheering us on in the rain, and we're determined to finish.
I've barely had anything to eat today. My legs are absolutely destroyed. But if you think I'm stopping this race right now, you're crazy.
To give you some context, I was a star track athlete in high school. I was a varsity track coach. I loved to run and I loved to push myself to limits. But that first quarter mile I ran, I was in so much pain.
The thought of running a half marathon right now with the condition of my legs is so hilarious.
The first few miles was a walk, run, walk, run. And it was so disheartening because all the people that I passed on the bike all passed me back on the run, including women who were like 70 years old. I'm like, hey, where you going with that Yahtzee cup?
I would say I got passed by, every demographic possible, including a pine cone, which was being blown around by the wind.
Just like the end of the bike ride, the run was really hilly.
My knees felt like bone was rubbing on bone.
I would start crying,
I was crying in the rain,
talking to myself.
yelling things at myself.
You're not good enough.
Oh, you think I'm not gonna finish?
You grew up on food stamps, young man.
Oh, I'm not as cool as you because I was in ping pong club in high school.
Why are you only 5'7"?
Why is Justin only 5'7"? I was yelling all sorts of random stuff.
There came a time with about a mile left. I knew I was in complete the Iron Man Triathlon.
My vision was blurry from tears in my eyes.
And I dedicated that last mile to myself.
I made a promise to myself that no matter how bad I wanted to stop, no matter how bad I wanted to collapse onto the ground, I would not stop running.
I didn't stop running one time.
And I held true to that promise.
Crossing the finish line had a very metaphoric feel for me. It kind of was like the start line, the start on a new journey. I've long preached the importance of progression in your life, to challenge yourself and try new things. I'm not a triathlete by any stretch of the imagination. And I'll tell you what, I learned a lot about myself in that race. Not how good I can swim, or how bad I can bike, or how much my leg hurts on a run, but what's between the ears, what I'm capable of doing.
I have accomplished a lot of things in my life that I am very proud of myself for. But I have never felt a euphoria or a level of natural high as I did the moment that I crossed that finish line. For 8 hours, my friends and family stood outside to watch that split second that I crossed the finish line to the hardest thing that I've ever tried in my life. And that is just the best feeling.
At home, you're most likely blown away at the courage that Ryan and I had to try something so insane. But look at yourself in the mirror. What are you capable of doing? What things are holding you back because you don't have the confidence in yourself to try something new? I challenge everyone that's watching this episode of Chaos and Kindness to find your own Iron Man. Whether it's in the water, on the street, or in your heart, everybody has something that they can do to make their lives better. So remember, in a world full of chaos, it's important that all of us continue to show our kindness.
Just to put it in perspective, how dysfunctional we are. If you look closely, everybody else's area is organized. This is how we roll over here.
This is confusion. This is lack of preparation, lack of knowing anything. Anti-chafe cream. It's for the areas that you can't show.
Almost
Let's try. Let's try to lock.
But lucky for me, I had all my snacks in my backpack ready to go. Yeah, that wasn't good either. Yeah, and then I hit the wall.
Hey everybody, let me move the cord. Got Davin on headset, monitoring everything I do. All right, and at that point, one more time, Dav, I think I can get it. This is my warm up, okay? Take you down by the river. That's how I warm up. And the very first thing Justin says to me is, I think Ryan's really bad at doing interviews. And he was right. And the very first thing Justin says to me is, I want to, look at me, just, oh yeah, look at me. Hills after more hills after a couple more hills, and then a hill, and then a molehill, and more hills. You ever seen that movie, The Hills Have Hills? Because there was a lot of hills. The thought of that fly interrupting us. Oh, I'm not as cool as you because I did ping pong. What is it? Everybody out of the way, we got a pro athlete coming through. We're semi-pro bikers over here, if you know what I mean. Got a couple of semi-pro bikers coming through, so look out if you know what I'm saying. Hey Justin, you forgot your turn signal there, buddy.